For the crew of Deep Space Nine to travel back in time and save Captain Kirk and the Enterprise, the original starship had to be recreated inside and out.
The Enterprise is absolutely authentic to the original, which is in the Smithsonian, which is 11 feet long. The one that we use for this show is 5.5 feet, exactly 1/2 scale. Every color that you'll see, every detail on the ship that you'll see, right down to the small, almost invisible numbers on the hull of the ship, are absolutely authentic and identical to the original.
We want the audience to believe not just that we found a clever way to cut back and forth between two pieces of film, between our guys saying one thing and then them saying something else. We wanted you to believe that we'd actually gone back to the Enterprise.
Dive! This is from a different episode.
This is great, just seeing the original series Enterprise. I have a model of that ship in my office I built when I was 13, and so I'm wandering around the stage looking at this and comparing, I did get the gray right, and I didn't quite get that detail right back then.
Recreating the interior of the Enterprise was no easy task either. It had to be perfect.
What was great was we were supposed to react to it like, wow, we're on the Enterprise. And it was easy because it felt like, wow, we're on the Enterprise. It looks so real. What should we do?
Get to battle stations.
Dax is basically a stand-in for Renee and I, because we were such big fans of this series, that Dax wanders around the Enterprise and is just really grooving on all of it. She loves the uniform, she loves the equipment.
Our biggest problem was just matching things, but it was just a hoot.
If you revisit the original Enterprise, people know that. They know it intimately. Even if they can't describe to you the details, they've seen it for 30 years, and they'll know instantly if that shade of yellow is wrong or that pipe is a little too big.
We did find some original floor plans, but everything else we did by scanning blown-up photographs from stock footage.
Lieutenant Uhura, how did all these tribbles get on the bridge?
We're going backwards in a way because we don't do things quite as simply as they did them in those days.
We've come a long way since 1960s, since the 60s, as far as all the technology on the spaceship. And as you can see around here, these are very elaborate sets. And the old Star Trek, they just threw a rug and they put a little TV screen there and said it was a computer.
Like a plastic chair with some aluminum legs, and that's like the future.
The show didn't have enough money at the time. The chairs don't even swivel. And they don't swivel on this set.
Ironically, some of the props in the original series were so simple, they were hard to duplicate.
They made us tricorders and they added lights to them, but we can't turn the lights on because the original series never had lights on theirs.
What's the difference in the tricorders?
So they almost went, in a couple instances, a little too far to make it too advanced. They weren't there yet.
This is the old tricorder. You want to look inside? You can probably see yourself in there. We can pick up anything but cable.
That's the old style phaser from Captain Kirk. They had the other phaser on top, the small one. When we started our show, we came out with these, the new version. This one was just Velcroed on the hip. And now these are right to the side of the belly. It fits much more comfortable.
Mr. Colomini, for example, was working with one of the original communicators. They were the flip beam me up Scotty communicators, which we all did as kids. And he was trying to make it work, and he couldn't make it work yesterday. And suddenly a hand came from off camera, picked it up, and said, "This is how you do it." Floop. We looked around, it was Walter Koenig.
He won't bite, will he?
The other thing that everyone really got into a lot, and it's even in the episode, is, as you can see, is the idea of putting our people in those old costumes.
It's really fun. I mean, from having false eyelashes and I have a beehive hairdo, down to having go-go boots and a mini skirt, which, let me tell you, it's pretty mini.
The women had the black eyeliner that is the whole extension of the lid and drawn out in the long Egyptian type of a look.
I like to go into bars with this hairdo now. It makes me look more mature. Yeah.
The sideburns are broader and they're heavier. Their makeup was heavier on their faces. They were greasier looking.
Klingon! Can I interest you in a harmless little tribble? Get it away from me.
Tribbles don't like Klingons. We'll see if this is a real Klingon outfit.
Oh, this is original. This is the original. This is original pants. This is original tank top. And these are replicas because this stuff wouldn't last over the 30 years.
It's just large bubble wrap, painted. And we backed it on a piece of leather, and we have it to Velcro onto the belt so we can clean it. But that's That's the Klingon belt.
The guy who plays Cyrano Jones had on this trader's outfit, and I have been given hell for the last couple of days because I play almost the same type of character that they played back in the 60s.
It's not like he's walking around with his turtle head showing.
Well, it looks like a cross between a pirate and an English cleaning woman.
You're really in the, you're in the original makeup, the original costume. It's like going to a great ball and dressing up any kind of way you like. You're a kid at Halloween.
Worf definitely does not like to wear this stuff.
After 30 years, even the Tribbles needed a little primping.
Yeah, this one looks kind of scrunchy. Perhaps maybe a little water and we can
fluff it.
Yeah.
Coming up, the special effects team gives us a sneak peek at the amazing process that allowed the Deep Space Nine crew to travel back in time.